on, everybody? Kyle from Screams and Whispers here with you for another product review. And today we are slightly in theme. I don't know, it might be just a little thematic for the Marmolejo Electronics Sonic Blue Box. Little Doctor Who inspiration, I think, maybe just a tad. And being a Sonic, full of modulation. Phaser, envelope filter, one box. On this side, one knob phaser with a rate knob. Switch for a sort of modified script mod. We'll get into that when we get into the review. But essentially, it adds a lot of depth to the swell. So you can make the swell of the phase a more deep, robust swell, or a slightly thinner but wider swell is the best way to explain it. But you can hear it for yourself in the review. Over here, envelope filter, you've got attack sensitivity and range. Great filter, does a lot as far as getting that nice funk quack. To be honest with you, I kind of like it in a dialed down fashion where you don't have to play really hard to get that quack. You can kind of sort of elicit it with minimal effort. But if you want to get that nice dulled down tone and then really quack out when you really attack with a pick, you can obviously run it up and get there. One of the cool things about this pedal is also that the circuit runs phase 2 envelope filter, so if you had the filter on, you engage the phase, even if you keep the rate pretty well down so it's not overly present like crazy phase. You're going to end up with more response out of your filter with the phaser engaged. So it kind of lets you go from maybe a slight filter to a little bit more responsive filter with the phaser engaged as well. But great pedal, cool inspiration. I'm clearly a fan. So Marmolejo Electronics, these guys are out of El Paso, Texas, marmelex.com. Get in touch with Adrian over there. He can make about anything you can think up come true. So let's get into it. The Marmolejo Electronics Sonic Blue Box. Alright, so here we are with the Sonic Blue Box. Just to tell you, signal chain, Gibson 2012 Firebird going into a Bogner 40 watt head Celestion loaded cab. Here's a sense of my clean tone. Alright, so let's check out the phaser side of this. Keep in mind here, just a simple rate knob. Going to go into this switch here a little ways into it, but let's check it out. Lots of nice decay on that. Now, just to give you guys a sense of what this switch does, it's kind of a modified script mod, But more than anything, what it does is give you an enhanced low end within the phase. And gives it a much fatter phase sound. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for as to whether or not that applies for you. But I actually tend to like it, especially clean. But it also works really well overdriven. So I'm going to kind of flip this up, show you the difference between the two, flip it back and forth, and then I'm going to chunk on some overdrive and show you how that works with this as well. Alright, so you can see there, really fat, nice, swirly phase. Loving that. Does really, really well. And yeah, I especially like the option of being able to thin out the phase a little bit here and then kick up and get into a little bit more fat, robust. It just gives you a little bit of options for really finding the tone that you're looking for with a phase, where most one-knot phasers do not offer you anything like that. So that's kind of a very cool option that they've included here. Definitely digging that. Let's dig into the filter side. Again, here we got attack, sensitivity, range. So that's just the range of the frequency that you're going to be affecting, sensitivity to the pick attack, and then how hard you're actually attacking the signal with the filter. The one thing I have noticed here is that this predominantly is going to attack your lows and mids, and it sort of mutes out your high end a little bit, which is kind of great for funk stuff anyway. It's kind of just the nature of the way that this attacks your signal. But we'll kind of get into that, and I'll show you what I mean. But again, you guys have already heard my clean tone, so let's kick this on and get some quack going. Now, another thing to note on this is because, as I noted, the signal chain goes phase to filter. Kicking the phase on means you're going to get a lot more response and quack out of this as you go through. So let me kind of show you that as we get into it. We're going to go somewhere around here and go pre-phase and post-phase. Alright, so there you have it. The very funky, very modulation-y Sonic Blue Box. Loving this guy. Get some great quack out of this. Even really cool sonic structures that you can get by combining the phaser and the filter. Yeah, these guys outdid themselves. Thumbs up for the Marmolejo Electronics Sonic Blue Box right there.